Hey, what's up guys? Adaptations here, and welcome to episode 1 of my Hardcore Ironman series. I've been thinking about remaking my old hardcore that died a few years ago due to a disconnect, and I finally pulled the trigger and did it. Everyone knows that you have to flex that you're an iron, and especially a hardcore Ironman, by the way, in your name, so I decided to roll with HC Adapt BTW in the game. I will be following the OSRS guide for a while, as I do want to start off by getting 99 fire making, thieving, and probably fishing fairly on into the account so that I can get the easy supplies from Winter Todd, the super passive agility XP from fishing, and the good GP for other skills like construction from thieving. I will still be playing on my main account, and you should still expect to see update videos as well as tip or guide videos from my main as well. Just to reiterate, I'm definitely not burning out on my main. I'm just currently doing a lot of AFK skills that I want to try to get higher ranks in, so it seems like a really good time to start the iron and put in some effort on this account. It wouldn't make sense to AFK Redwoods to 200 mil and start doing something more click intensive to just then start an iron, for example. I was originally waiting for group Ironman so that I could just do group iron, but I got tired of waiting. If you watch this and might be interested in doing group Ironman with me, then let me know, and maybe we'll talk and collect a few more people to potentially make this happen when the mode releases. I don't think that I'm going to stop playing on this hardcore when Group Ironman comes out, unless I end up dying on here before then. I chose to do a hardcore Ironman instead of an ultimate Ironman, just because I don't know if I would like to commit to the ultimate just yet. I think I'd like to spend more time on the hardcore and potentially max to get used to the Ironman playstyle before going full mudkip and making an ultimate Ironman. Not to say this option is out forever, but it's just not currently in the cards. Maybe if I ever do become a full-time content creator, I would, because I'd have so much more time to dedicate to the account. I also didn't want to do a regular Ironman because I just don't find them as fun. Once my last hardcore died, basically all desire to play on it just died alongside it. I like the risk and the adrenaline, and I like that if you die, you can't progress any further on the high scores, and all of your items are lost from the game mode. It kind of reminds me of hardcore Diablo or Path of Exile, for example, and I think that's why I enjoy it. If you guys end up enjoying the series, please be sure to smash the like button and let me know. This helps me know what you guys do and don't enjoy, but also helps potentially push the content to an even broader audience that might also enjoy the same types of content that you do. If you are new to the channel, I would like to personally welcome you and thank you for allowing me a chance to entertain you. I sincerely hope that I don't let any of you down. Early on, these clips will probably have to be a lot of sped up clips running around the game and completing quests and getting levels, as there's just so much happening on an early account. However, as we progress further, I think I'll eventually swap over to doing more of a live commentary style once it starts taking more time to get some of the clips. In this episode, we start off fresh on Tutorial Island, and the basics of what I'm working towards is Winter Todd requirements and food for Winter Todd. One of the first things you see me do is use the log spawn to get a few fire making levels, as well as make about 1,000 arrow shafts so that we can get some early fletching levels as well. Early fletching levels means that if we fletch at all inside of Winter Todd for extra points, which I likely will do in the first few games for more reward rolls, for more GP, because we'll end up needing that later, we'll end up getting more fletching XP. And obviously, we need to work towards 50 fire making to even be able to do Winter Todd in the first place. After getting a few fletching and fire making levels, I run downstairs and thieve men to 270 gold, so that I can buy a steel axe from Bob's Axe Shop. Again, this is for Winter Todd. The reasoning is that you don't really get any benefits from any axes above steel at Winter Todd, and so the rates in which you chop there won't really change if we saved up more money and got an axe that was better than steel. Once I got the steel axe, I made my way to Artie and completed the Monk's Friend quest so that I had 14 woodcutting and ran north, just south of the Artie Zoo, in order to get 15 woodcut and then chop the oak trees and burn the logs. The plan on the account is to stay here until 35 woodcut, which you will see in the video, so that I can chop teaks, and then we'll move on to teak trees just southeast of Castle Wars so that we can get better XP rates both for woodcut and for fire making and make our way a little faster to Winter Todd. Getting to teaks is basically what we'll be working on in this video, but afterwards we'll have to go into Ardougne and do enough thieving cakes so that we have a nice little food supply as well, and we'll also end up having to buy a house. For those of you who don't know, you will not get construction experience from repairing the Winter Todd braziers without already owning a house. The overall goals for this account are to eventually max, but I'd also like to get a decent amount of PVM gear along the way. I would like to try to get full bandos, Armadillo, the upgraded boots from Cerberus, the spirit shields from the Corporeal Beast, and just other high-level PVM items in general. We are a long way from that, however, I wanted to let you know that we won't just be playing it completely safe on the hardcore and only focus on maxing. If there are any particular goals you'd like to see me try to hit, please leave them down below. Just as an FYI, I probably will not do Nightmare, Gauntlet, or TOB on this account. Reason being is I just haven't done these on the main, and they just don't really look that fun to me. I will likely do Chambers of Xeric so that I can try to get a Twisted Bow, Dragon Hunter Crossbow, Ancestral, and really just all of the drops from Chambers are useful. Even if I get a Din's Bulwark, this will probably come in handy for tanking if I ever do end up needing to go into the wild, and I don't think I would be upset to get it. This will be especially true once the equipment balance changes come through, and I'm less safe in my D-Hide against PKers using their Mystic Robes. I for sure will have to go into the wild at least twice on this account in order to get the Mage Arena 2 capes, and I think that's what I'll probably be dreading the most on the account. And we'll have to do it at probably really obscure times in order to make sure I don't get killed doing it. I might also have to enlist help from a few friends that I trust in order to keep me safe. Hopefully that'll be enough because I don't want to miss out on such a good piece of a gear, and the risk will probably be good for the series anyway. Currently, the grinds that I'm most looking forward to doing are the Barrows grind, the Slayer grind, and the God War Dungeon grind. I really liked Barrows in the main game back in like 2008 and made almost all of my early members money there. Redoing the grind this time, but because it's the only way for my account to get these sets, just sounds really fun to me. Slayer I'm looking forward to just because I find it to be quite fun and you unlock a lot of really good gear pieces through Slayer, and each upgrade that you manage to get just feels that much better knowing that you got it yourself. The God War's Dungeon grind sounds especially fun because it was also one of my favorite bosses for a long time, or I guess my favorite set of bosses for a long time. In old school, I've not done much bossing, but again, in the main game, I did a lot of God's War's Dungeon with friends and on my iron that I had there. Unlocking full bandos, full Armadillo, and the Zamorakian Hosta are grinds that I'm going to be looking forward to and would like to try to bang out as soon as I can, although I know realistically this will be quite a long time down the road because I'm sure we'll want to have pretty high Slayer for a lot of the Slayer upgrades I was mentioning earlier. I mean, we need at least 85 just to get the Abyssal Whip, for example, and we'll probably want at least 87 so that we can actually use the Tentacle Whip for the more DPS at these bosses, right? So far, I'm really enjoying the time I've spent on this account, and I'm really excited for the future, so I don't expect the game time to decrease at all anytime soon. I expect to be spending most of my free time playing more on the Iron than I will on any of my other accounts. That is all that I have for this episode though. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to subscribe so that you can stay up to date with the series. I plan on trying to upload these weekly or bi-weekly, I'm not really sure yet, but I will be doing this for a while, depending on how many clips I get and save up from week to week. I am not a full-time YouTuber and streamer, so the clips will come more slowly for me than they will for some other content creators, but hopefully that won't bother you guys too much. I would like to mention also that my French chat is public, and you guys are all more than welcome to hang out in here if you don't have another one to hang out with while in game. I am trying to add every single person that joins on my main account, up until my friends list is full at least. That way all of the kind of fresh joiners all have at least smiley faces. Once the clan mode changes, you know, this might become unnecessary, but we'll see. Speaking of the clan mode changes though, we also plan on making our own clan once the clan rework comes. If you would like to join this, please join my Discord that I will link down in the description. If you would like to join the Discord but don't want to join the clan, that is also perfectly fine. So far we've got about 80 people who just hang out and enjoy chatting and enjoying each other's company. Everyone is really kind, and we just try to be a comfortable space for everyone. The goal is that from the time you join it, it feels like you've known us all for a long time, and we all just feel like friends instead of complete strangers that happen to end up inside of a Discord server together. As I mentioned earlier, I will put my Discord link, my Instagram link, and then also my Twitch and Twitter so that you guys can follow me on the respective platforms if you wish, and so that it's easier to keep up with me outside of just YouTube, or even just outside of the game in general, really. I hope that you guys have had a nice week. Hope that you guys all stay healthy. And I really hope that I'll see you guys on either my next video or the next stream that I happen to do. Bye.